The loudspeaker's voice suddenly silenced the entire training ground. Cadets who had been busy with drills froze mid-movement. Boots locked to the ground, eyes lifted toward the stage. Then a name echoed, clear, sharp, and merciless. Emily Harper. For a moment, even the air seemed to stop moving. Emily stood straight and took a breath. Her face was completely blank, as if she had already known what this day was meant for. She stepped forward in front of the entire unit. Every step felt heavy, yet there was no hesitation in her walk. A sealed envelope was placed in her hand. "Step out of the line," the order came. No reason, no explanation, just a verdict. A faint laugh rose from somewhere in the crowd. Someone muttered, "Looks like the farmer's daughter didn't make it after all." Emily didn't turn around. She didn't respond. She simply turned and walked away. She knew that if she said anything, her effort, her patience, everything would be seen as weakness. And she refused to give them that satisfaction. Her name was erased from the Academy records. Digital systems updated instantly. Status dismissed. But in that very moment, as one door closed, another began to open elsewhere. Inside the simulator logs, a file was silently duplicating, without any announcement, without permission. And in an old hangar on the base, an aircraft that had never been officially assigned was being quietly prepared. The Academy wanted her silence. But what was coming next would arrive like thunder. Emily Harper's journey did not end there. This was only the beginning. Emily stood alone on the tarmac. In the distance, drills continued, cadets moving in perfect formation. Laughter and confident voices carried through the air, as if this place belonged only to them. Emily stood apart, not just physically but mentally. At 28, she was older than most of the cadets. Many of them came from military families, raised in a world already familiar to them. For Emily, everything here was new. Her background wasn't impressive. No powerful surname, just a farm and her father's modest legacy. Captain Bradley Thornton approached her. His uniform was flawless, as if nothing in his life had ever gone wrong. His face showed professional regret, but his eyes carried cold certainty. "Your performance doesn't meet the criteria for tactical decision-making under stress," he said. The words were straight from the handbook. The tone matched protocol perfectly. But Emily could feel it. This decision wasn't based on numbers alone. She slipped her hand inside her jacket and felt an old silver wing pin. It had belonged to her father, John Harper, a crop duster pilot, a mechanic, a man who didn't just control the sky. He understood it. "You've got flight in your hands, Sparrow," he used to tell her. Emily watched the sun sink over the runway. Orange light spread across the hangars. Today, instead of beautiful, it felt heavy. The Academy had made its decision. To them, Emily was just a number that didn't fit. What they didn't understand was that the woman they were underestimating hadn't just learned how to fly. She lived it. Emily had just turned away from the tarmac when a voice stopped her. "Rough day, kid." It was Tech Sergeant Danny Brooks. You could tell from his walk that life hadn't given him easy paths. His hands were stained with grease, his eyes filled with experience that only years around aircraft could give. Danny had never looked down on Emily. Whenever Academy politics and pressure became too much, she found her way to the maintenance hangar, and Danny was always there. Machines spoke his language. Emily did too. "Just got dismissed," she said plainly. Danny's expression hardened. "Let me guess. Thornton." Emily didn't answer. Her silence was enough. "Your simulations were perfect," Danny said quietly. Yet every critical test had a malfunction. For the first time, Emily felt understood. "It doesn't matter anymore," she replied. "I have 48 hours to leave the base." Danny stepped in front of her. "What if I told you there's one more chance, just one?" Hope was dangerous. Hope could break you again. "What kind of chance?" she asked. Danny nodded toward the hangar. "The kind I don't want anyone to see." He knew what he was suggesting was against the rules. His job, his career, everything was at risk. But for Danny, this wasn't about rules. It was about justice. "You have something," he said. "Something training alone can't teach." Emily took a deep breath. If she walked away now, she'd spend her life wondering what might have been. "I'm in," she said. And in that moment, her real test began. Childhood memories flooded Emily's mind. Golden wheat fields, cool morning air, an old yellow biplane resting on the ground like it was waiting to fly. Her father, John Harper, spoke to that plane as if it were alive. John wasn't just a pilot. He was a mechanic, a teacher, and Emily's hero. He didn't just teach her how to hold the controls. He taught her how to listen. Engine vibrations, wind pressure, balance, things no manual could explain. At 12, Emily touched the controls for the first time. By 16, she wasn't just flying, she was diagnosing problems. Local pilots trusted her instincts. The Academy never knew any of this. When Emily mentioned it in her application interview, it was dismissed as unofficial experience. The Academy wanted standardized pilots. Emily wasn't standard. Her skills came from intuition. Under pressure, her mind didn't panic. It became clear. But systems didn't understand that. That was why, every time Emily was about to shine, something went wrong. Calibration drift, sensor errors, software updates, all documented, all perfectly timed. For the first time, Emily realized the problem wasn't her performance. The problem was that she didn't fit the people in power. And challenging that system wouldn't be easy. But if anyone could do it, it was John Harper's daughter. At night, the hangar was silent. The lights were dim, but the simulator's blue glow cut through the darkness. Emily sat in the cockpit, her heartbeat loud in her ears. This wasn't a normal simulator. It was an advanced combat module, reserved only for top cadets. Danny kept watch at the door. "You've got 2 hours." Emily touched the switches. The controls were new, but the principles were familiar. First run, crash. Second, failure. Third, progress. Then something shifted. She stopped thinking and started feeling. The aircraft responded. A hydraulic failure hit. Emily adjusted instinctively. The score flashed. Danny stared in disbelief. Emily didn't stop. Each run improved. Stress scenarios, combat maneuvers, emergency recoveries. Nearly flawless. Then, a red light blinked. Security camera. Emily's stomach dropped. Someone will see. Danny clenched his jaw. Maybe they already have. This wasn't just an illegal session. It was a declaration. And someone had heard it. The next morning, a sharp knock hit Emily's dorm door. Lieutenant Mia Alvarez stood outside, the Academy's head of security. Her face showed no emotion. Hangar 6. 15 minutes. Emily was sure it was over. But inside the hangar, everything changed. Alvarez shut off the cameras. "You broke Academy records," she said. Emily stared. "You're not arresting me? I want answers." Emily told her everything. Alvarez exhaled slowly. "There's a Pentagon demonstration on Friday. Thornton will be center stage." Then, quietly, "If the truth is coming out, that's the moment." She left behind a code. The game was no longer unofficial. It was real. That night, someone else entered the simulator room. Cadet Ethan Walsh, Thornton's favorite. "He asked me to keep an eye on you," Walsh said. Then he turned off the recorder. "Your evaluations were manipulated. I saw it myself." Then came the biggest shock. The demonstration aircraft's call sign, Coleman. Emily's breath caught. Her father's call sign. Thornton had chosen it deliberately. "I don't know what you're planning," Walsh said, "but I won't be part of a lie." Emily wasn't alone anymore. Emily, Danny, Alvarez, Walsh. For people. For paths. One mission. Training at night. Acting normal by day. Danny gathered documentation. Walsh supplied insider access. Alvarez controlled security movement. Emily chased perfection in the simulator. They all knew, if they were caught, everything would end. But if they succeeded, it wouldn't just change Emily's future. It would expose the system itself. Thornton conducted a private inspection. Danny played his part, delays, distractions. During that window, evidence was secured. Countermeasures installed. Thornton left, satisfied. But suspicion followed him. Clear skies. VIPs present. Thornton's flight began. Perfect. Emily crossed restricted zones, heart racing. This would either build everything or destroy it all. FX-93 requesting emergency takeoff. The tower hesitated. Override activated. The jet roared forward. Emily was airborne. Thornton saw her. Shock. Anger. Thornton lost control. Emily could have let him fail. She didn't. Even now, I won't let your ego kill you. Then she delivered a flight demonstration the Academy had never witnessed. Evidence hit the table. Thornton exposed. John Harper cleared. Emily reinstated. The system's lie collapsed. 6 months later, Lieutenant Emily Harper. The sky belonged to her. This is for you, Dad. Perfect landing. Legacy complete.